Alright, welcome back to another episode of Blerd Basics. I'm your boy Joy Boy.
And I'm Six Star.
Alright, on this episode, we are talking about the anime that has the best overall representation of black characters. Alright, we got a few. I got a top. But we'll go back and forth. Go ahead, shoot. What you got on your list?
So the first, I really got Megalobox.
I can't even speak to that because I ain't seen it.
So I really don't even know if the dude black or not. He look black and he got an afro.
Okay.
He on my list.
If he got an afro,
yeah,
then they were trying to make him black.
So overall, man, he he a boxer.
Okay.
You know, they use this technology to box, but he really has to. You have to grow into your own.
Okay, but if you're talking about overall representation, so is it just him, or are there more?
That's what I was getting into. You didn't let me finish.
Excuse me, my bad.
So yeah, he has to fight his way through the best. So it's kind of one of those stories of, he never really, well, he does lose, but for the most part, man, it's a story of growth, and it just reminds me of life, and it's just that thing of like, you're gonna have so many punches thrown at you, but at the end of the day, man, you just gotta move through it. You gotta push through it, and fight your way to the top.
Yeah. So
I like it. It's just that feel-good story of like, and another thing too, he defends the those who can't defend themselves. So he takes up for those outside of himself. It's just a real feel-good story. So I like it a lot.
Yeah. Cool. The first one I got on my list is Fire Force. Fire Force, they got a few different black characters. They got Ogun, they got Sharon, they got the chick that's a captain of, I think she is like Squad 2 or something. And that, like, I don't really think any of them are really major players. Probably the most major player out of that is Sharon. But like Ogun is,
I do like Ogun. I like Ogun.
Ogun is a hero. Sharon is an antagonist, and
I still like Sharon, even though she's an antagonist.
And the chick that runs Squad 2, she technically a hero, but she ain't like she more of a waifu or a love interest. But
you need that too. You need love.
That's what I'm saying.
You need
so that. Fire Force has they got the diversity in the representation of black characters, and so I think that they're worthy of being on the list. It's not just like here's this one black character. They are super.
Well, let me go to my next one. This is gonna be a little different.
Okay.
Actually, my next two gonna be a little different, and they're my last two. But that time I died and got reincarnated as a slime. Rimuru, he blew. But when you look at
Rimuru Sama.
Yeah, my bad, Sama. You're right. You're right.
So like I fucks with Rimuru like so hard that I'm like I'm Rimuru Sama. Yes sir.
But he takes in all these different people and cultures and builds a society where we all on equal ground. And it's I like the representation there, man. And he fights against, you got kingdoms everywhere else.
Yeah.
And he fights against all of those and says, no, this is what we're going to do.
Right. I feel that, he went to, I think, what was it, the dwarves, and he's like trying to integrate the
Think about this too.
So
he gives people, when you think about black people coming over to America, and how even the names we have now, a lot of them ain't our name. Mm-hmm. When you look at that time I died and got reincarnated as a slime, he gives people without a name a name. Hey man, that's some deep stuff.
So I'll agree that it's symbolic representation.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Which is somewhat roundabout. It's not really direct
Well,
representation.
hold on. Let me go back though, because I said he gives people without a name a name. A name can be symbolic, but a name carries a lot of weight.
I'm talking about the
tangible.
Entire show.
Yeah,
like it's symbolic representation because they got pigs and they got
I get that. Yeah, that's right.
The goblins.
They got fairies and all this stuff.
So, like he bringing them all. He even brought in some humans. Like he bringing them all together. But it's it's symbolic representation. Rather, so like, you know, the Fire Force thing is real representation, like real.
Oh, damn right.
Right.
I get what you're saying. Well, my next one, you may or may not you may or may. Oh, go ahead. What's your next one?
Go ahead.
Have you seen Tarico?
I have not.
Okay, so Tarico is one, man, if you ain't seen Tarico, you need to watch it. It's good. But their power comes from food.
They eat
different types of foods, and the different foods give them different types of empowerment, so to speak, or power. It sounds goofy, but I'm telling you, Tarico is off the chain. And so when I think about black representation, if there's an anime based on food, who's cooking?
What are you talking about?
Who can cook the best? Okay. Who cooks well?
What? So I don't get where you're going with this. Are the characters black in this?
I'm talking about the food.
Okay, but
no, they're not.
I was about to say, because
the characters are not. They're not.
Okay.
But if we're talking about an anime based on good food,
no, sir. Food war. Then we talk about food wars and food wars. No.
But I mean, that's Japanese food.
Okay.
Where are we? I'm talking about based on
the points that
I'm talking about based on where we are.
I hear you feeling like you landed, but you're not landing.
Man, Tarico. Check out Tarico if you haven't seen Tarico. You'll see what I'm talking about. Tarico.
I don't think they will. You got it. What else?
Man, Tarico.
We'll combine both of these together. Bleach and Naruto, I think, have good or have decent representation of black characters, right? Like in Bleach, you got Yoruichi, you got the dude that created the Zanpakuto.
I disagree.
What? Okay.
Oh, you said Naruto. My bad.
No, I said Bleach and
Bleach and Naruto. Yeah. My bad. I was thinking
about Boruto.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go into that. Leave that where it's at. Yeah, let's leave that where it is.
You thought you heard the word immediately.
Man. I
disagree.
Look, I got pissed off top. But go ahead. Go ahead. What you were saying though. Go ahead.
Oh man, they definitely need to fix Boruto.
They do.
That should be a reaction. Oh, Bleach. So there are a few black characters in Bleach. We got the Tosin dude that turned into like a fly when he joined Aizen. So they have a diversity and representation of black characters. And then
I don't know if it's enough to where I put them on the list though, but you know,
there's a few. And then Naruto, there's literally the Cloud, like the village in the it's a Cloud village, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And
I did like them though.
Yeah, the Cloud village.
Yeah,
but there's Killer B, there's A, and then there's the dude that eventually, I don't even remember his name. I know you're talking about Gale style, that he eventually takes over and becomes the 5th Raikage. But they don't really, to me, they don't really have personality.
Oh yeah, they don't.
It's like, look, it's a whole group of black people over there. Okay, and then we going on with
and they feel more like filler than anything.
Yeah. But my, you got anything else on your list?
Nah, that's all. I'm good.
Best representation in anime overall, Castlevania.
Okay.
So we got Castlevania and Castlevania Nocturne. So if going back to the episode of best black character in anime, like I said, Isaac, the character development of Isaac, being in Dracula's court, Dracula rescuing Isaac, and then having this autonomy and having his own storyline. He wasn't filler. He got his narrative. And then when we get into Nocturne, we got the black chick that's the hero, and then we got the black chick that's the vampire. And
that's where we start running into problems. But go ahead.
And then we got they got the Native American dude in there.
That's true. We start running into problems.
What's the problem?
They made sure that the queen was white.
They did.
So you got all of these powerful peons, but when it comes to who's the ruler,
Isaac wasn't no peon. He
was in comparison to the queen.
Yeah.
Him and everybody else. So I got to take that off. I'm sorry. I do. I like Castlevania. I gotta take it out. I gotta take it out.
In the diversity of representation and in the actual autonomy of like storytelling, agency,
man, but we need
the weight of the characters. Like the queen was white, and her right hand man was this black vampire. Like,
yeah, but see when it comes to these,
drove her own
that's true. But when it comes to these different stories, man, it comes to particularly in anime. Anime is very based on who is the lead, and when it came down to it, that queen, man, she came into the room and shut everything down. Imagine if that had been somebody black that got that type of role.
Yeah.
They made sure that a white person was the one that came in and shut everything down. So for that reason in particular, I gotta take Castlevania out, man.
Come off the list.
They had cool black characters.
It was a little bit more than cool black characters.
They were amazing. Whatever you want to call it.
Even the chick that was on the team of the protagonist, like her powers were based in Egyptian lore, like.
Which was cool, and let me tell you something. If she came up against that white queen, she can have all the Egyptian power she wants, but there's nothing she can do. You see what the problem is with that?
I get what you're saying. And
what if we made you super powerful right now? Bam! You're super powerful, right? You can manipulate matter. You can teleport. What else would you... Give me any power. Give me a power you want.
I mean, honestly, molecular manipulation is probably the best power.
All this stuff. Yeah. And let's take a white superhero, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And you manipulate molecular structures and stuff like that. And he tap you on the head and say, nigga, no, you can't. It ain't no point. Like, there's no point.
I get what you're saying. And in the options that we have to choose from, in the current representation that exists, the black representation that exists in anime, Castlevania is high up there on the list in the diversity of, I mean, because we talking about two different, we talking about Castlevania and Castlevania Nocturne, like in the diversity of the black characters and how much of a role they played actively in the story versus just passively being there, like in the Naruto,
and see, man,
the group village that's over there, like the active role they played.
And what I like that you said the most is the options that we have to choose from. Based on that, I can agree with you. Mm-hmm. But when we look at it from a larger scale, we got so far to go. So I got to take it off.
All right, man. So that's the episode. Please go into the comments. Let us know what anime we left off. Let us know if you agree with the Castlevania thing, if you agree with what we said, or if you disagree with it. So let us know about that too. All right. Until next time, we'll catch y'all later.
See y'all next time.